Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special video, as you can tell. This is about my makeup routine, but specifically natural makeup without all the harsh chemicals. I searched long and hard on Amazon, looking through the ingredient list and trying to find the cleanest makeup I could find. And I found some good picks, and I'm going to show you how I use them and how they look. So switching to natural derived makeup really does matter because your skin absorbs a portion of what you put on it every day, and makeup is something that we use commonly as women, or other people, it doesn't matter what gender you are. Many conventional products contain ingredients like synthetic fragrances, parabens, and certain preservatives that can disrupt our hormones, irritate our skin, and can build up in our body over time and affect your health long term. Natural formulas, like the ones I'm about to show you, tend to use simpler ingredients that you can understand and are way less likely to cause skin irritation and support your skin, and just better for your health over time. So it's really helpful to reduce your overall toxic load where you can, to promote a healthier you, and that's why I really wanted to do all this. So let's get into it. So to start off, I would normally use a foundation, or that's really what commonly people do. Sometimes I don't use foundation, but today I'm going to just start with concealer. At the time, I didn't get the foundation yet. I bought a lot of makeup to redo my, makeup routine to be more natural, so I just didn't find one I liked yet, but I will link when I do. So to start off, I'm just going to use this concealer I found. It's from the company Eyebrow, which I found to be one of the cleanest, most natural makeup brands that I found on Amazon yet. It's literally almost derived, I would say 90 to 95% from natural derivatives, mostly plants, like I said, which is super rare, and the quality is very good. It's a little bit pricier than your drugstore makeup, but not more expensive than Sephora, and they work pretty well. So like I said, since it's natural, it might not last as long as your some of those other companies that use a lot of chemicals, but it does have a pretty good wear and is pretty good at covering up. Right now I'm putting it on all my blemishes, on my under eyes, and on my lids. So next I'm using the Eyebrow powder. I like to do that next. I didn't blend as well as I should have, but I will in a second. There you go. Also, these Eyebrow products are gluten-free. I don't know if that matters. Vegan and non-GMO. Says that all in their stuff, and is derived as much from organic materials as well. So the quality is there. And you can I'll link all of these makeup products, and I encourage you to read all the ingredients and go through it. What I did is I found the ingredients list, and I'd go through ChatGPT and say what percentage were these derived from and what percentage is this, natural and non-toxic, and they gave me a really great rundown. So if you want to check my work, go for it. I encourage it. Also would love to hear from you guys if you found any other great, brands and products that are. I was looking into OG, I believe it's pronounced as well, but this was slightly more natural. So maybe we'll have to try that in the future because it's pretty clean as well. Next, for some reason I do blush. Usually I do bronzer, but I did blush for some reason in this video. This is also Eyebrow, great ingredients as well. This is the color Cabernet. So I use this for a blush by their brand. Also not a makeup guru, so sorry. I'm gonna go back and tell you that the concealer I used was in the color Sunshine, if anyone's interested. And then for the powder, I used the color Invisible Light. So if anyone wanted to know that, there you go. Sorry, I'm not a makeup influencer, so this is pretty rusty for me, but I hope you still enjoy. Haven't seen a lot of videos like this where they go through only clean products, so I hope this is helpful for someone who is interested in changing their makeup routine to be more clean and natural. So usually I like to put my blush as you can see on my cheeks and my nose. It makes it seem like a sun-kissed look almost. I just went over a little powder. Don't want to be blush blind, which I tend to be. Sometimes I put a little on my chin as well. So now I'm doing my contour / bronzer. Normally I would do this before the blush, but I don't know, I was eager to blush. I'm not sure why that day I was. So this color is Amaretto. Amaretto, I think I'm saying that right. So basically, I just put that on my nose, around, you know, the areas I want shaded, giving a little more lifted look. And I'll put this like on my, you know, under my cheekbones and around kind of the edge of my face and my jawline to give more of a definition. So this worked really well. And like, it's Bay Blue again, so it's the great clean ingredients. And also, as you notice, I'm using my hands mostly for this entire thing. Normally would not do that, but I noticed all my makeup brushes were, you know, synthetic, and I, at the time, did not purchase any, you know, clean makeup brushes yet. But at the end, I will show you, once I did, what those look like, and I'll link it as well and show you what the product was. So normally you could use brushes for all of those things, but for now, my fingers will do. Those are the most natural things I got at the moment, so. So yeah, like, that worked pretty well. As you can see the difference. I'm just going over powder again, and then I'm gonna go with the blush again, because of course I should have done that afterwards. So learn from me, okay? Don't be too eager. Blush is like one of my favorite like makeup products, I guess, besides mascara, so I think I just was a little bit eager to try it. This was like one of the first few times I've tried these makeups, so yeah, just if you mess up like me, just go back with the blush. Also want to preface, I'm not a makeup artist or professional by any means, so whatever order you find best and how you usually do your makeup, that's what you should do. So next, what I did my eyebrows next. I really liked this eyebrow pen. It came with like an applicator where you can brush them out, and then it also on the other side, you know, the stick where it actually has the crayon on it. This is also Bay Blue again, so the natural ingredients, and I used the color for my eyebrows, Deep Taupe. So yeah, this worked really well. I actually really like this. It really worked great, and it was a natural color, and it's perfect for brunettes, so highly recommend this. So next I decided to curl my lashes and do the rest of my eye makeup as I'll go through. Normally I would probably do highlighter somewhere before the eyebrows, but you know, today this is just what I did when I did my makeup I filmed. So this is, you know, I'm never perfect. Some days I'll do it, you know, by the book exactly how it goes, and sometimes I won't. So I started with my eyeshadow, Better Naked Fruit Pigmented eyeshadow, which is really cool. It's literally pigment from fruit, so it's, you know, it's natural, and I went through all the ingredients, and this was the most natural one I could find for eyeshadow products, and it comes with a cute palette with all the natural colors. I started with like the lightest one on the left, and then I went in with, you'll see the darker one on the right, the darkest one. They're not as pigmented as I would say, like, you know, products you get from the drugstore or Sephora. They're definitely more buildable, and you have to really, you know, put a lot on to get the pigment, but that's expected. It's natural, so it's not gonna have the chemicals that'll, you know, show up with those bright colors, and it's pigment from fruit, so there's only so much you can do when it's, you know, 100% natural, but it still, you know, gives along the same kind of look. Maybe not as long wear, but it still works. And for this one, like I said, I went from the lightest to the darkest. So that's what I did, and I put a little of the dark under my eye for smokier look. So it's pretty simple. You just put the light on the lid and in the inner corner, and the dark one in the, you know, crease of your eye, and a little bit under the bottom by your lashes. So yeah, that's a pretty easy makeup look. So yeah, like, I'm pretty simple when it comes to it. I'm not a professional makeup by any means, but this palette is by the company I believe called 100% Pure, and it's fruit pigmented, which is really awesome. And the palette I use is called Better Naked, so it has all of your neutral tones and like light pinks to beiges and browns. So it's like a really great palette for, you know, everyday use, and I highly recommend. I liked all the colors in it, and I feel like it's something you'd wear a lot. So next I went in with the highlight. Like I said, you'd probably do that before you started with your eye makeup. I kind of jump all around all the place. I don't really do it like professionals. Just an everyday girl. Sorry guys. So I put this color, it's called Chardonnay, on the Baby Blue stick, and I put it on like my nose to highlight. Also on the top of my cheekbones is also a great place you can use this, and you can put it like under your brows, and you can also use that palette I used before and put under your brows as well. I also like to put it on my Cupid's bow right on top of my lip, as you just saw. And then next I'll go in with the eyeliner. This one is called I think it's from the company called Taupe. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but all these products will be linked so you can see for yourself. It's called Kajal, I believe the color, but like I said, I'll link what I'm using, and it's just like a regular crayon kind of twist up pen, and it's really forgiving, and you can always blend it out if you mess up, and it's super buildable, and this color lasts very well, and it's very pigmented, so I really liked this product. So normally what I do is just line my lash line with a thin line, and then I usually just wing it out and at the edges and kind of make it thicker and just wing it out to a point at the edge. And like all the products that you see here, this was one of the most natural ingredients list for eyeliners I could find on Amazon, and this one was at a really low price point, so this one's like a really no-brainer, guys. Like I think it's a super easy swap to make, and I really liked how it turns out. So next I decided to do my mascara, and this one is by the brand Oceanly. And not only is this mascara that's, you know, derived from mostly natural ingredients and was one of the cleanest ones I can find on Amazon, it also doubles as a serum, so it helps, you know, lengthen those lashes. So it works really great, honestly. Works like any other mascara. I will say it probably doesn't have, you know, the longevity as, you know, I used to use Maybelline, so that definitely lasted longer and was harder to get off. But that's expected since it's natural. It does crumble a little bit towards the end of the day, so that's my one gripe with it, but it really doesn't crumble that bad. You just have to, like, you know, be mindful of that. I'm just gonna keep it real always on here. So, but I do recommend it. It worked really well. So next I was going to do my lipstick. I like both these colors from Baby Blue. Great ingredients like Baby Blue always does, and the colors for the red one is pomegranate, and the color for the pink one is dragonfruit, and I decided to mix them. I really like them together for some reason. I feel like the pink one, dragonfruit alone, is a little bit too light for me, and the pomegranate alone kind of just looks way too red, so put them together, it's like a perfect natural lip for me. But both are really great colors and mix well together, so highly recommend. So here is the final makeup look. Thank you guys for bearing with me and my not so good makeup skills, but I really do think all of these products are worth switching to if you want to be more mindful about using natural ingredients in all your products, and not especially on your face and something you wear a lot. All these are pretty great and are very comparable to drugstore or Sephora makeup, and just you can have a cleaner conscience knowing that everything you're putting on you is safe and is non-toxic and healthy, and yeah, so it's really great. Like I said previously, all the products I used today will be linked in the description. I really hope you enjoyed this video and the time it took to make it, not just, you know, filming myself doing makeup, but researching. It's really hard to find clean products, especially ones that are almost 90 to 95% naturally derived and use no harsh chemicals. So you wouldn't believe how much research and time it takes to sift through all the ingredients of many products, and a lot of them are greenwash, so you have to be mindful, and hopefully this video helped shorten that time for you guys and your search and was useful. So as promised, these were the makeup brushes I found, the most natural ones. They're from the company called Enzo Ken. I will link these as well. They're made from natural goat hair, and they have like a wooden handle as well. I think it's walnut wood specifically, but yeah, these were very natural and pretty affordable. Came with a lot of brushes. I think it was at least 10, so yeah, it was a pretty good product find. And yeah, I definitely wish I had this set when I filmed, but nonetheless it's here and ready for this video for you guys. So thank you for making it to the end of this video. I hoped you got something out of it, or at least enjoyed it. I really appreciate you making it to the end. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you want to comment, let me know anything you want to say or anything you want to see. Just let me know. I'd love to talk to you guys. And if you would like to support this channel, please subscribe. It's only one click of the button for you, but it means the world to me and helps keep me motivated on this creative journey. So I hope to see you in the next video next week. Bye.